Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, Ark Survival Ascended on the island, the only official map that's still out. Recorded this back in November, game came out on 10/25, so still a lot of glitches at this point, but not everything. So last episode, just a few days ago when I posted this, I went underwater, did a little exploring. I tamed a Dunkleosteus, and I call him a Dunklo, but a Dunkleosteus. And then Dunkleosteus, I think how you say it. Anyhow, these guys are supposed to be excellent at harvesting metal. So as you guys, if you watch that, you remember at the end I was saying, oh look, my Anklo's tamed, I'm going to go pick it up. So this is the Dunkleosteus that I had tamed a few episodes ago on Herbivore Island. So I went back over here, grabbed it, picked it up, just harvested a metal rock real quick. I already looked at these parasaurs. I just cut that part out and show you guys. But yeah, we're gonna take them back. We're gonna take the Dunkleosteus out and we're gonna test it out, guys. So here we are. I grabbed that saddle I had. I did a couple other things. We got back over here. So we're gonna go out here. I'm not too worried about taking him out by himself because there's not a lot of eels and stuff, or the jellyfish rarely spawn now, the way they set it up. So I'm not really worried about him too much. The only thing I'm worried about is an alpha megalodon, something like that. That would be rough. But just harvesting a couple of these rocks that are in my dino water pen area. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of stuff from it. So it's these ones that look like the brain coral, I call them. I don't know exactly what those things are called. I always call it brain coral because it looks like a brain. All over around Hawaii, when I used to dive in Hawaii, I see these all the time. So pretty cool. A lot of things hide inside of them, little shrimp and stuff like that, but in real life. So but what we're gonna do is just test this out. We're gonna go swim around here with this guy. We're gonna hit some of these rocks and see how much metal I can get, because supposedly this is a great way to get metal, but I don't think it's a great way. I think the metal rocks are better. But for some of you who are still having trouble as to this day with the metal nodes respawning, this might be a good alternative for you, because here we are, March 10th. Today is March 10th when I'm recording these vocals on this thing, and then I'll post this thing on Wednesday. But people are still commenting on my metal video that the metal nodes are not respawning for them. Mine suddenly started respawning again, but a lot of people's games are not. So all I can say about the metal, make sure you have your game updated, which it will update no matter what. Make sure all your mods you're using are updated if you're playing. So I don't know why some people are still having trouble with it. There are some settings for the radius of stuff that can spawn near you, as far as resources and dinos and things like that. Make sure you didn't put those too close or too far away, and up them. Make sure they're okay, like normal settings. I think it's 1 or go lower. But make sure those metal nodes and all that stuff, those resources, aren't tweaked too much, because that could affect it. Now, I had a little building on Herbivore Island, as if you guys watch this whole thing, these whole little playthroughs when I was doing this, and with those little building, none of the metal nodes were respawning near me. Now, they did eventually start respawning near me, and then once I destroyed that building and took it down, they started respawning even more. So I think there may be some glitch in their code when it comes to those resources if you're building near it, even though I had the resources respawn really, really low. So, but here you go. So not a huge amount of metal I am collecting from these guys. I'm just chomping on all the different rocks I can see, trying to see what gives you metal so you guys can kind of see it. But I'm staying in this general area because hopefully I'm kind of safe here. It's not a great fighter. I mean, head on, it can take do some pretty good damage. But yeah, fighting an alpha megalodon or something, I wouldn't do too good. So hopefully in these little trenches right here by my base, my water pen, nothing will get me. But you never know. Maybe a good option if you're going to do this to take a basil with you, have a basilosaurus follow you. That way if something does attack, you can switch to the basil real quick and fight it. But I just taking a chance with the Dunklo. Let's see what happens. As you can see, just chomping away, man, and you can see on the left side what I'm getting. It's a lot of stone, not a lot of metal. Yeah, the day this game came out, some people, you know, YouTubers, like career YouTubers, I'm not one of those, put out, I saw a video put out, I didn't really watch it too much, but they were like, oh, this is the best way to harvest metal. You get tons of metal with this guy on day one, the day the game came out. And they, you know, I mean, come on. You know that these guys cheated these things in on the first day it was in. There's no way. Yeah, just to do videos and stuff. But I kind of wait till I get the stuff, man. I don't like to post those videos. But here's that rock I'm talking about, the brain coral type thing. That's what I'm collecting. Just took a picture of it there so I can show you guys. That seems to be what's giving me the most metal out of all the rocks I'm chopping down here. As you can see, there's some mushroom looking rocks down here, and they'll own like fjord ore and stuff. Those guys would give you what do you call it, the fungal wood. They're not really working here, so they're not giving you anything. And I'm trying to get a picture of them. So I'm not getting that much with those guys, so just so you know. So, but there he is with the side alone. Get a couple of pictures I can use for the image. So usually I'll cut that part out, but I'm not finding a lot of metal. As you can see, I don't even have a full stack of metal yet. So I mean, he is good. He can stay underwater for quite a while. I am getting a little bit of metal, but it's not a ton, man. So I guess, you know, you could, another thing you could do, guys, if you're interested in really like tweaking the settings and changing stuff, you could up the dino harvest level, like how much it harvests per bite or per hit, and that might help out a little bit. And so you would up your harvest, what you call it. So there's two things you want to change. So you want to up the amount the dino harvest, and you want to raise the number on the harvest health of things. So if something takes longer to break, that means your dino is going to take more to break it. So if they're biting these rocks, it would take more bites to break it, and so thus if you raise the amount they would harvest, they would get more because it would take more to break. So that makes sense. So you would raise your dinos resource harvesting, and you would raise the harvest health of resources. So that's a good way to, if you want to cheat it. I'm saying cheat it because a lot of people say that's not legit. So whatever. But if you want to change those settings so it makes it you harvest more, that's what you would change. You know what's funny? I got to tell you guys, when I was playing PC in this game. Originally, I bought this game on Xbox One. Yeah. And originally when I played this thing, it was pretty cool, but you couldn't change a lot of stuff. You could change settings in game and stuff like that, but there was no mods or anything like that. So about a year, several years actually, I started posting videos on Ark on YouTube just to do it, to try to help people. And I started posting them videos, I think in 21, 22, somewhere around there, 21 I think. And that was when Epic Games released Ark Survival Evolved for free for people. So people were able to download it. So I figured it'd be a good time for me to start doing some of these helpful videos for people because new players were playing. Man, I got so many comments from people because I would mention, okay, look, I'm using a mod. Here's the mod I'm using, like the spyglass, or because I only use 3 mods basically. I use the awesome spyglass, I use the superstructures, and I use the Dino Storage version 2. Now, Dino Storage version 2 is not on Ark Survival Ascended yet. Superstructures is partially on Ark Survival Ascended. So, anyhow, I would get these comments from people like, that's not a legit way to do it because you're using mods. And I just always knew, I mean, just every time I got a comment like that, it was a console player because they didn't have mods. Because what's the big thing the console players always wanted was mods. I mean, and now I have Ark Survival Ascended, and I think that's the big appeal for console players. I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong for console players. I don't play on console anymore. I still have the consoles, but I don't play on them. I play this on PC. But if you have a PS5 or you have that Xbox, God, well, I can't remember what that thing's called, the new one, the Xbox X or whatever. I have the newest one. Somebody even gave me a hard time about the Xbox. You said that wrong. Well, you know what I mean. The Xbox, man. Whatever the new one is. So whatever that Xbox is, you have those, you have the better graphics anyway, and these things will play those things. So it should be pretty good with Ark Ascended on those. PC players, man, you got to get a better PC with better graphics. You want to play those epic settings. You need a 4. It's recommended for an NVIDIA 490. So this one was filmed on a 490, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I filmed this one on a 2090. But the computer I am currently using is a 2090. I bought one with the 4090, and it's having problems. I'm trying to get a hold of MSI, and they've been emailing me a little bit, but they got to fix that darn computer. I think it's got some sound glitches, man. I can't deal with the sound glitches anymore. So there you go, guys. So if you just wanted to see what this guy's harvest and hear me rattle on a bit, I apologize. I'm just always talking about the things you come across with this, man. There's a lot of people. Somebody called them, one of my players on my server, she called them keyboard warriors. That's just funny, because they always like to make comments and try to give people a hard time. But you can see right there in the inventory, I don't even have 2 stacks of metal, man. I got some oil from hitting those oil rocks. So yes, the oil rocks at the bottom of the ocean, great for it. But this thing does get some stuff. So this is about 10 minutes. So if you wanted to stay down there and harvest more, you guys could get more metal. So this is a good option if your metal nodes aren't respawning to use this guy. It does work okay. It's not phenomenal. Look at my Megalodon. They must have attacked something. Something must have got over here. Come on, get out the door. There you go. But anyway, it does get some metal, guys. It does work. It's just not phenomenal. I'm just telling you. I wanted to show you guys for real with no settings. I don't have the settings tweaked on mine, so that's normal settings for that thing. So but if you guys enjoyed the video, please like. If you got any comments, please make them. Even the bad ones, I don't mind. I like comments, because when people make comments, they help me know what I need to do next. So but I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, if you did like it, please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.